relationship between you four?
That's marvellous.
Threes?
Yes.
Oh, how lovely.
Oh, head to the comments.
That's so nice. Okay, so now you may have kneaded for long enough, but how to test. So the thing to do is to bung your bread on the table. I'll do this up high so you can see. You may have kneaded for long enough. We've been doing it for about 6-7 minutes. And if you poke it, what you want to happen is for it to spring back. But the dough is quite relaxed at the moment, so to prepare it to respond to being poked, if you do this thing whereby you pull the edges underneath, so you can do this in your hand by pulling the edges underneath and giving it a squeeze, so the top remains the top throughout. You can do this on the table as well, and when you're doing it on the table, you're basically pulling the outside into the middle and then giving it a quarter turn. So you can do it on the table or in your hand. Now what you're doing is creating tension within the dough. This means that it's going to respond really well when you poke it. So you can see that that is completely springing back. And if you have a little feel of that now, it feels like quite a different dough. It's got quite a bit of bounce, hasn't it? So you want a nice slack dough, which all of you have. And having pulled it round and made it tight, you can then poke it and see if it's springing back. And that means that it's nice and elastic, the gluten has become exercised, and it's ready then to set to rise. But if it's not springing back very well, then obviously you need it for a little bit longer. Okay, so yours is really sticky, which is great. But that means that when you stick your fingers in it, you often stick to it.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is flour it lightly, keep pulling it round, and when you put it down,
It still springs back.
it's beautiful. It's like a little pillow. Put your little head on it, you'll be lovely. Obviously not. And how's that? Yeah. All of them are lovely and soft.
Is it ever possible to overknead?
You'd be on the floor before you ever kneaded
Okay,
it.
it's fine.
Springing back beautifully.